the Taliyah pick and the teleport Orianna that we're going to see, which can be so strong for gank timings. I am worried for Liv Sandbox, as I think we all are.
Yeah, the Rakan, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of, but I think they were just feeling like they wanted some hard engage, right? Udyr and Gnar can look for their moments, but they can't really press like one button and just go crazy unless the enemy team just runs into Mega Gnar or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. I actually would have loved to see Thresh. I think that effort on the Thresh would have been really nice. You have a lot of kind of squishy champs on the other side that you could just get like Death Sentence into kill with some of your big damage potential in the late game. But I digress. We'll have to see how this Rakan goes, if Effort can pull it off. And how this early game is going to go, I feel, will be very key to how this game does play out, as we are going to move on to the Rift here for game number 1, T1, up against Liv Sandbox.
This is actually a really nice timing. Rotates over, knows they don't have vision, and Keria has Zenith played. They're actually going to commit. This is perfect.
Well, they're going to try for it here. The teleport does come in. Follow-up knock-up on the Cuz, and immediately T1 just get the hell out of there. They're going to get the TP away from Summit. That's the trade. Keria has to flash away.
To, trade a flashback from Keria. Okay, they're not done yet.
They're still here. They just walk up to Effort, and he is just dead. We lost a bit of priority up on the top side because of it, but now we get some lane tempo in the bottom side we can push. And now they're going to go on to Effort here once again. He is going to have to ult to get away from this one. Doesn't have to blow his flash, which is pretty nice, but yeah, and we'll see how this one does go. Keria in position to potentially punish here. No flash for him. Nice dodge from Krako. He's got that speed that we did mention. Here comes Effort over the wall. Nice shockwave in the back, and the Rakan just dies. But here we do have a front line finally, as Leo moves in. Krako also running forward. Gonna sustain a lot of damage, but now Fate looking to press the issue alongside of Leo. They're gonna pick up a double kill now.
I was gonna say, the game is definitely turned on its head a little bit.
For sure. And the fact that the Victor is allowed to just get a free double stun, that's never supposed to happen. Leo here in a bit of trouble. He's gonna ult over the wall. Effort looking for some help, and he will get it. There was no flash available for Leo, so it's great that, yeah. You're just going to get ranged down and not have a fun time. So here's Liv Sandbox. They're looking to make a statement. They have Shelly, and they want to dive. It's going to be a 4-on-4, it looks like, with double teleport coming in, as Keria looks to engage. That's not going to be too fantastic. Great Featherstorm comes in from Teddy, but immediately Keria is going to go down. We also have the rotation now from Liv Sandbox. It's 5-on-3 now, as Taliyah a bit zoned away. Nice shockwave, but here comes Summit looking to pick off one, and he will be able to take down Closer. Now in the front line, Kana desperately trying to get the follow-up engage, but won't be able to.
Everyone's so low.
Low health bars here on the side of Liv Sandbox. They want to get that engage, but Teddy's still very healthy. Is that wall gonna knock up Leo here? He's gonna have to be the damage, but it is not enough. They're being kited down here in the little alcove, and that is gonna be the ace for T1. They play out that very precarious situation extremely well. T1 are in a great spot. I feel like Krako still hasn't done anything. Fate in a... Okay, well, he's just dead. See you later. He didn't have flash, actually. That was about 10 seconds away from having flash. And
so instead of just trying to take what could be a suboptimal fight over a Drake that's not as consequential as some other potential Drake types, they went to lane, and Krako again.
Uh-oh. Again, here we go. Oh, man. Just ulted under turret. We see it twice now in a row. The flash from Keria, maybe a little bit overzealous.
This time, not going to hit the solar flare he's looking for.
Effort is kind of in no man's land. He has to get in here. He's going to charm up a couple of people, but again, there is no follow-up. Summit here on the backside, just being chased down by Teddy. He's going to have to hop the wall, but Keria not able to land that one. But gets close, throws the thumbs up. Says,
that's this. It's already at half health. This feels so disastrous, so desperate.
Gotta go. They have Mega Gnar here. They're going to try to get on top of Closer. Leo into the backline. They take out Closer, and a great follow-up here from the side of Liv Sandbox. But where is the damage? Krako is alone, and that wall was just immaculate. It kept all 4 other members of Liv Sandbox zoned away.
I think that Liv Sandbox will leave that one open again, even on blue side, as we see the engage once again.
Okay, nice knock up here from Effort, but again, it's just going to amount to the 1 kill going the way of Fate. Some low health bars here on the side of T1, but they're still going deep as they look to take out Summit, and they finally do, but a lot of low health bars still as Fate is going to get engaged upon. Effort desperately trying to help him out, but will eventually go down. Will Fate. Krako for the follow-up here. T1 are not backing down as Kana is just going to be taken out. He gives that kill over to Leo, and the teleport coming in from Closer isn't going to amount to much, so they come in here.
You're not a god at this moment. You're not untouchable.
Well, we're going to have Hex Flash over the wall. The follow-up here on a Krako and Summit. They both just look absolutely doomed. Krako is on the run, but, I mean, he's got so many people after him here. He's a fast boy, but can he get actually out of this one?
Nope.
Not going to be able to dodge that ability.
You know, there's not like, it's not like we're going to Elder Drake or there's a Baron available. Okay, Kana.
All right, well, not sure what Kana was doing in there, but he will be punished for his transgressions. But insanely fed carries on the side of T1.
Yeah, it's going to have to be Krako trying to lead the charge.
All right, well, he's trying to get a couple of stuns, and Keria is going to get isolated here just a bit. Meganar does come out. Krako, though, immediately going to be blown up by a nice shockwave. In goes Summit, a gigantic engage, actually, trying to get on top of Closer. But at the end of the day, Teddy just does way too much damage. Keria says, here, you guys deserve a treat. I'll be generous. Gives his life away. And T1, against Kaisa, they might actually consider not going in here. They were moving out.
They have so many minions,
Kaisa
though.
and Victor. Yeah.
I think they could commit, although they have to be decisive. They can't just sit here and eat death lasers. Gonna have to back out now. They definitely wanted to at least get the next. Victor's getting a kill here. Fate's not done with this. A little bit of indecisiveness.
Yeah, well,
they get neither the Nexus turret.
As the Camille fed at this point in time, he just totally ignores Fate, and that wasn't really the play. As he thought he was a bit stronger than he actually was, I suppose. Keria going to move in here. That shockwave gets nobody. Baron does go the way of Liv Sandbox. Now they're going to get on top of Closer here. As this game a bit more messy than it had to be. As Kana's going to go down. We have the TPs coming in here from Liv Sandbox.
The minions are pushing down that Nexus turret.
We'll see.
You get an ace, though. Going to be in dire straits. As we're actually going to see the Talia ult used here to actually secure the Drake. That's actually a pretty great utility that Talia offers that.
It's like you're on a timer. You either go now or you're just going to have your base push. So make a decision. They're going to go here for the Baron. The wall is going to come down, but that kind of keeps everybody inside Liv Sandbox safe for now. They were like, okay, thank you for the wall. That's very nice of you. We're going to take down this Baron. For us, Udyr is going to get that, but they're just going to try to stop the back. Keria going in. Trying to get on top of Leo, but we have triple back on the left side, and they should be able to stop this, but the Kaisa is going to go down. Effort desperately trying to save his AD carry here, but that is not going to happen. So 2 members of Liv Sandbox now are down.
Then what are you going to do? You got 3 back. You defended your base, but how are you going to defend against 5 members of T1 now, even with Baron buff? This should be over.
Oh, boy. Trying to get on top of Krako here. It's protect the president. Fate needs to survive and clear the waves, but I don't know if he has that. He's going to stopwatch, and he is just probably going to go down. He's going to zap 1, though, and stays alive for an incredibly long amount of time. How is this guy still alive? It doesn't matter, though, because Teddy is still as well. And Fate has bought a lot of time, but Teddy, it looks like he just wants to auto down this Nexus. Krako being a pest here on the left side, but he's going to go down as well. Double kill now to Teddy, as he will just be able to auto down that Nexus just barely.
Speaking, right? But, you know, he made a heroic attempt, and you'll see that reflected in this damage graph, where he is second in the server to Teddy, who ends up racking up 44.7 thousand damage in a 42.5-minute game. The bot lane, for all of its early to mid game, 100% in control for T1. Great plays actually from the jungle Cuz here across many objectives, and the Udyr pick, 3.8k damage for Liv Sandbox. It did not work out, but I think the really scary thing here for T1 is in a draft where they had such advantages throughout all stages of the game.
Welcome back everybody to the LCK Analyst Desk, and we are starting off match number 2 with a matchup between T1 and Live Sandbox. First up, let's take a look at the draft. I think the jungle was the key part. Talia and Udyr will actually wanna... I think Talia is a really important pick because Talia can scale up as strong as a laner. So Live Sandbox, they were able to get Kai'Sa and also Udyr in a very early stage of the pick and ban, but they were not able to actually play around the comp they intended. So Victor was the pick into Orianna, which means Live Sandbox doesn't really have a lot of tools to open fights. So they were able to actually just take the Rakan away from Xayah. So Kai'Sa and Rakan was not able to play their own game in the laning phase. Well, we did have a very long game, so it's really hard to rewind back to the laning phase, but yeah, they were being super weak into Xayah and Leona during the laning phase for sure. I think Leona was the kick coming in from T1's comp. Because we actually were expecting Xayah and Rakan coming out from T1, but actually they picked Leona first and then completed the bottom duos with Xayah. I think T1 was pretty sure that Live Sandbox was coming up with a pick such as Rakan, so they were just countering it with Leona one step earlier than Live Sandbox. There were some moments where Live Sandbox got... Victor actually got cut out by Leona, so we want to point out that they were not able to open any meaningful fight based on the speed coming out from Udyr, or Victor was not able to actually stand really well during the laning phase. But moving on to the late game, yeah, Victor did manage to get a lot of kills and protect their base, but it was a chaotic game. So let's take a look at the first highlights. This was the team fight after, or before, the second Baron. Live Sandbox made a very risky call when they were behind, so they made the perfect allocation, leaving victory in the base. And also T1, so even Gnar was rotating to the Baron, so Camille took TP to the enemy base. Orianna also had her TP up, but Orianna was not joining Kana, and as soon as actually Live Sandbox saw Camille coming for the Nexus race, Gnar also went back to base, so they were able to successfully defend their Nexus. The rest of the members also completed and locked down that Baron, so they were able to actually buy a lot more time before they got Nexus fallen in the end. But it was really impressive to see how Live Sandbox was able to maneuver this kind of decision making when they were behind. And at the same time, we want to point out how T1 kind of made an awkward decision, because earlier in today's series we were really impressed to see KT holding on, not going on for the Baron still. They were looking for the delicate teamfight that they can pull off, but T1 was a little bit sloppy at the late game decision making. But we can tell making decisions is really tough, especially when you are playing the game and also at that stage of the game. So we do understand what happened inside of T1, but let's take a second highlight. Now this time around, Live Sandbox was the one making an awkward decision, or maybe a route back to their base. Live Sandbox was able to once again secure this Baron, but Orianna actually used her shockwave, so I thought Kai'Sa can safely just walk out on the left-hand side of the Baron pit, but she got caught out by Leona and Teddy. And Effort also had to follow in order to protect her bottom duo partner, but both of them ended up falling down, so T1 was able to close out the game finally. At that stage of the game, yeah, a lot of players have the presence of mind in order to secure their win, which is not an easy task, but we also want to give props over to the T1 players pulling off the clean decision making in the end of the game. We saw huge potential coming out from Leaf Sandbox with the way they protected their late game base. So yeah, we might see some of the different storyline coming out in game number 2. But first, let's take a look at the player of the game on the side of T1. And it's gonna be Teddy with a matching pose with Zaya. And first game in the split, and he managed to pick up the POG as well. Teddy looks super experienced in this game, especially about his itemization. He completed the Essence Reaver first instead of the mythic item, so he was just keep repeating his skills during this skirmish, so he was able to have enough mana and to sustain damage. So we saw the reason why he built Essence Reaver first, even skipping the mythic item. And the way he kind of stayed outside of the enemy range was also an art. But when he also had to make a decisive play, he was not hesitating to make a play. He just went straight in and locked down that kill onto Leo. So this player knows how to stay safe, and also at the same time he knows how to go super aggressively. And 9 out of 9 going over to Teddy. The General Teddy, his old nickname, and we used to call him the Walking Nexus because he plays such a huge role inside his team. T1 is one game away stopping their losing streak, but we did see a huge potential coming out from Leaf Sandbox, and also based on their stats, they look really strong in the early game. So let's find out what will happen in game number 2 on the Rift.